please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. We have a good one planned for today. Before we get rolling, though, I just want to say happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. I know some people say you shouldn't say happy Memorial Day because we are honoring the ultimate sacrifice that men and women have given for this country. On the other hand, they did those sacrifices so that we may enjoy the freedoms that we have, so that we can go out to the lake and ride in the boat or just chill and, cook up some hot dogs and brats on the grill and spend some time with family, friends, grandkids, drink a beer, or if you don't drink, I don't know, have a soda, a lemonade, whatever. But we do honor those that have fallen and that have given everything so that we can lose nothing. And we are forever in their debt. And if everyone this weekend could just maybe raise a toast to those brave men and women, we salute you. All right, let's get going. We have a great show, like I said, so let's do it. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. Trump is going nuclear, but in a good way. He's signing some executive orders that is going to basically reform, cut all the red tape and the regulatory mumbo jumbo that has been absolutely stalling the nuclear progress in this country. So the first clip is him signing an executive order that I guess basically is going to reform the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, and that is a good thing, so check it out.
Sir, this next executive order is intended to reform the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. You heard a few of the people here speak about the complex regulatory processes that have really held the nuclear industry back. Before 1978, there were 133 reactors built in the United States. Since 1978, only 2 new commercial reactors have come online. That's because of overregulation, and the goal of this executive order is bringing that regulatory process into line with the actual needs of the industry and public safety, with an end goal of quadrupling the amount of nuclear power production in the next 2.5 decades.
It's fantastic. It's exciting, right?
And another executive order that President Trump signed dealing with nuclear, again, cuts more of the regulatory bog down that is part of the bureaucracy that absolutely hinders the building of nuclear power plants in the country. And so this executive order is basically going to cut all the red tape and let us start building nuclear power plants again. And the cool thing is that the plan apparently is to have 3 new experimental, I'm not sure what that means, but experimental nuclear power plants up and running by July 4th of next year, just in time to celebrate our 250th birthday. That's going to be awesome. Take a look.
This next executive order relates to nuclear reactor testing, sir. The degree of overregulation and governmental inaction in this space in particular has had the effect of throttling development of new, highly modernized nuclear reactors that could really revolutionize the field of nuclear power generation. So this executive order, it orders a revised regulatory process to speed this whole process while preserving, obviously, core safety concerns. It also creates a new pilot program with an expectation that we will have 3 new experimental reactors online by July 4th next year.
It's amazing. That's exciting.
RFK Jr. is making America healthy again, one day at a time, and he's doing a great job. And he's talking now about how I guess the demand for better food, more healthy food is starting to seep up to these companies, and changes are being made. And he also talks about an app that you can use to, I guess, identify if a food is good for you or bad for you or kind of in the middle. So anyways, it's interesting. Take a look.
And you're watching companies now that are changing their ingredients because of this movement and are making good food more available to Americans because they're demanding it. There was no demand for it before. This report is about getting every American to demand the accessibility to good whole food in their neighborhoods. And that, it's going to be a process, but it's already happening. You see these big fast food conglomerates that are switching from seed oils to beef tallow fat. You see them reducing the ingredients. You see Chobani yogurt changing its ingredients because of the demand that has happened because of the MAHA movement. We are going to make sure they have apps that mothers who go into the grocery store have an app that they can send a flash on the barcode of every product and get a green light, red light, or yellow light. That will allow them
HHS is creating that?
We're working with industry to do it, and they're already doing it. Mark Hyman's company has done it. Patrick Sonsingh's company has done it. There are many, many apps out there that I use one called Yucca. That is my wife and I consider it invaluable. You can go into any grocery store, flash it at any product, and you can get a go or a no on it. And as that happens, the market, we're not trying to create an anti-state here. We're trying to drive market forces that will drive change in the kind of food Americans get.
This next clip really isn't news, but it is kind of nice that President Trump is taking time to sign the shirt of a baby. Now, President Biden, of course, would probably have sniffed the baby or nibbled on its leg because he's weird that way. But anyways, this is cool. Take a look. All right, that's it for the news. Now on to the nuts. This next clip is, again, this is like the third clip I've shown over the last week of India, and I really have nothing against India, I promise you, but these videos just keep popping up, and I need to share them with you. This is a whole bunch of people taking, I guess it's a bath, or they're doing something. I think they're doing laundry as well in this river, but it's just so nasty. I don't get it, but anyways, I guess this is a normal thing over there. Take a look.
सब बाथरूम का पानी है भाई, टॉयलेट का, वहाँ टॉयलेट यूज होता है, यहाँ पानी आया, और इसमें किस तरीके से लोग हड़बड़ा के आ रहे हैं, ये देखो।
This next clip shows a lady. You don't see her getting up, but she is originally on the ground, and for some reason she starts running across this crosswalk towards a car. I'm not sure exactly what what is going on here, but the end result is not that great for her or for the car. So take a look.
Damn!
I honestly don't know where this next clip is, where it originated. I'm assuming it's somewhere in South Africa, since South Africa's kind of been on the radar lately. I'm not sure. All I know is it's not in America. Let me know if you would be participating in this group activity. I wouldn't, but let me know. Take a look.
Msaja Muganda super. Teka nawe nkukwate. bagenda kusekerera naye naawe soye kwata ono ali mu kulya laba enva laba enva laba enva.
Southern FFA family says, no, just no. Not gonna do it. Alpha Bravo says, just hire them to protect crops. Well, you know, that that could be a good solution for cutting down on the pesticides we use. Oh, that's funny, but kind of horrible at the same time. It seems that crazy is on the rise in all shapes and forms. Take a look at this completely unhinged and unstable lady. All because someone didn't put their turn signal on. She is totally freaking out. Take a look.
Why the doesn't he get a ticket?
Ma'am, I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Ma'am, can I please call you an ambulance? Can
Give him a ticket! So I have to follow every law, but that can leave the scene without a turn signal? Give him a ticket!
Do you need an ambulance?
He doesn't have a turn signal! Give him a ticket!
Do you need to go to the...
Let him go and get a ticket! Then he can do whatever he wants!
Okay.
Give him a ticket!
Okay. Can I help you with anything else?
Give him a ticket!
Patriot says, I don't remember there being so many crazy people just 10 years ago. Almost like something is in the air, or like they were injected with something that altered their DNA. I don't know. That's crazy talk. And Michael Black says, an underlying cause exists here. Normal people don't act this way. I wonder how this interaction ended. And, you know, I was actually thinking the same thing. How did this end? They kind of left us hanging there. All right, my friends, that wraps it up for news and nuts. But don't worry. Put on your arm floaties, because we're about to jump into the deep pool of liberal madness. Sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the lib zone.
No tax on tips, huh? You think that sounds really good?
Yeah.
Did you read the fine print? Because I did. It's for cash tips only. And if you've been a server or worked in the service industry longer than 5 years and you've been watching this country decline, you'll know that hardly anybody pays with cash. They pay with card, they pay with tap, or they scan the little QR code at the bottom of the receipt. This doesn't f***ing help us. This is going to help no one, because we don't claim our tips anyway because we're poor. So yes, pat yourself on the back for the tangerine tyrant pulling another one over on you guys.
Jeez.
Dumb.
You have no idea what you're talking about, because the tax on tips covers any kind of tip, whether it's cash or credit or digital or whatever. It's covered. So I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Plus, a lot of people do use cash for when they do tips, because they want to make sure that the waiter or waitress actually gets the tip. So again, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So I quit paying my credit cards because I don't give a shit about my credit anymore.
That's smart.
One of them called me and said, "Can we help you set up a payment?" And I was like, "That is very thoughtful of you. But no, how about you email the CEO on my behalf and tell him to go to the president, since the president only listens to CEOs, to make things affordable so that I can pay my bills." And then I told him not to call me again. Have a nice day.
Fascism is happening. Stop going to work, you stupid motherfucking people. Nothing is gonna change until you stop going to work.
Oh gosh. Yes, the fascist regime. Right. Good job, buddy. This is the resistance, my friends.
To you mentally ill, deranged, and abusive Trump supporters who like to go into social media and bully people and gaslight them, I hope that this bill that you are defending so much, that this bill that you claim is there to help the working people and will only hurt other people and not you. I hope you get everything that's in it. I really do. I hope that every single thing that's in it impacts you personally. If you think it's so good, then I hope from the bottom of my little heart that you get all of it. I hope that when you need health care, there won't be any money for it. I hope that when you need food stamps, there won't be any money for it. I hope that when you need FEMA, you won't have any help. I hope that when you need medication, I hope you won't have money for it. I hope all of that. And when you come back to blame the other party, because that's what you guys do, whenever something bad happens, even if you guys are the ones responsible for it, it's easier for you to just blame the Democrats or the leftists or somebody else, anybody but yourselves. I hope that you get all of that. And when you blame us, we're just gonna laugh in your face. A lot of you are already finding out. So, I mean, this is gonna be fun. Have the day you voted for.
Are there some people on the right or that lean right that bully online? Sure. Of course there is. But the vast, vast majority of people that do the bullying online are the lunatic left, because they have absolutely no compassion and they have a real disregard for human life in general.
There will come a day in the not so distant future where MAGA Republicans or former MAGA Republicans will not be able to live in peace in this country anymore.
I love how she put the emphasis on live. I don't think that was a mistake there.
Not exactly sure what that's going to look like, but I know for certain that you're either going to have to leave this country or completely hide any evidence that you ever supported Donald Trump in order to just walk out of your house. Even in the most rural conservative areas of this country, prior to January 2025, you couldn't walk out of your house and fly a schmatzy flag around and be vocally proud about the fact that you're a white supremacist. Half the town might agree with you, but there would be consequences for that. There'll be a day very soon where those consequences are not only going to be reinstated in society, but it's also going to be impossible for you to do anything in peace. If you choose to live out and proud about the fact that you supported Donald Trump during this time, your life's going to be miserable. Unless you sequester yourself to your small, little, rural East Texas town and never leave.
Well, that sounded like she was talking about somebody very specific there at the end with the small Texas town. Jonathan says, I'm waiting for that day because the next day after, we will have peace the rest of our lives. The shortest civil war ever. Yeah, I don't really know how they think that would go. None of them have weapons. None of them know how to use weapons. So, yeah. First time caller says, they keep pushing us. They have no clue. It's true. It's true. One of these days, they're going to poke the bear one too many times, and the bear is going to wake up, and it's not going to be good. Lorianne says they still don't realize they are the minority now, do they? Extreme leftists are in a very small minority right now. They don't live in reality anymore. Man, that's the truth.
Get ready with me for date number 2. If you remember the frog set, this is her sister, the crayon set. Inspiration for the eye makeup, obviously. Time to layer, as I always do.
Obviously.
We think the poodle shorts are too much for a second date. Never.
For any date.
Never. I freaking love this.
No.
Time to accessorize, and I'm going full tooth fairy mode. We're not stopping at the necklace because I have the matching earrings.
Yeah, why not?
And the matching ring. A little bit of extra bling. I'm adding this headband. Added a few hair bows.
Oh gosh.
Time to get a little crafty. I want to tie this around my legs. Tied them like so. I have this beautiful vintage like Angora mohair sweater, and I just pierced through a bunch of colorful piercings to kind of tie it in with the outfit. I did the same bows that are in my hair on my sweater. Introducing my date to my ugly shoe collection early. I'm wearing my white tabbies. And my obsession of beautiful bags. This one by Susan Alexandra is perfect. Finishing off with these stunning pink bedazzled sunglasses. I'm just wearing these to walk in so I can look super cool. And then
okay, those look kind of cool. I will admit. I mean, I kind of dig those a little bit.
Then I'll take them off. Here is the completed look all together.
Oh, man.
I feel like the Tooth Fairy, but better.
If I was the one going on a date with her and she opened up the door looking like that, I would just immediately close the door and walk away. Unless it's Halloween. If it was Halloween and we were going out someplace, totally cool with whatever she wears. So, but that outfit, that would be a deal breaker. That would be so many red flags going up. It would, the second date would not happen.
13.7 million Americans. 13.7 million Americans are the number of people in this country whose health care are going to be stripped in this bill. Now, Republicans are going to try to tell you every single distraction in the book from that essential number. I want people at home to understand that Medicaid and the federal matching funds for Medicaid can make up 30 to 40% of some of the state budgets that we have going on back in your home. Republicans have put this bill together, rushed it together in a matter of hours on the back of a napkin, shaking it, walking out of the White House, and brought it right here to this floor. They are defunding Planned Parenthood.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. That's all. You don't need to spout any more garbage from your mouth, AOC. We are defunding Planned Parenthood. And so I don't care what else is in this bill. That is definitely a great thing. And I can't believe you're poo-pooing and raging against stopping abortions. Come on now. How evil can you be, lady?
Did you know that when it happens, people are going to put Christmas lights up?
Man, you are one twisted f***.
This is so sick.
When it happens, people are going to put Christmas lights up. I didn't know that one. I just look up.
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
Absolutely, I do.
Good. Excellent. Okay.
You know, I really, really hate when people do these dubbing videos where they're just mouthing to some other video or whatever, because they never get it right. They're always off. It's like, can't you just take the time to make sure that your lip sync is absolutely synced up? That so annoys me. I cannot tell you how bad that annoys me. And it's like, everybody gets it. They're always off. Just don't do it. Just stop the lip syncing stupid videos. It's annoying.
See those? The Christmas lights, they're still up.
Oh, okay, cool.
My wife told me to take them down. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, dude. We are going to light this place up when it happens.
Like a mother
We are
effer.
going to light this place up with Christmas lights. I stashed about 40 Roman candles.
Oh yeah.
And a whole bunch of other, oh man.
It's a good party.
It's on like Donkey Kong when it goes down.
But don't you dare speak against President Biden and his cancer, because that's just so inhumane, and how dare you politicize that. But if Trump gets, that's a hallelujah moment, right? You guys are so sick.
Do you want to form an alliance with me?
What?
Absolutely, I do.
Good, excellent, okay.
You know who could do it? Somebody who doesn't have much longer to live, maybe. Like somebody who has like a plausible way to actually meet the president in like a private setting, and somebody who has like a personal vendetta because they've spent the last 8 years personally attacking them and their family. That's who could do it. If only there was somebody that could do that for us. Well, what do you think, Sleepy Joe? Could you do us a solid here?
Oh, brother.
Not the biggest fan myself, but this would seal your legacy as the greatest former president in the history of the country.
These people are mentally
by
ill.
a landslide. In fact, I don't know anybody who did much. I think one of the presidents became a Supreme Court justice, and that's like the most impressive post-president thing to ever been done. This would blow that out of the water.
All of these liberals that are just begging and asking for someone to do the deed, it's like, well, why don't you just get some balls and do it yourself? I mean, I'm not condoning violence, and I don't want anything to happen to President Trump, but it's just like every single one of these people are like, man, I wish somebody will do it. Well, just do it yourself. I mean, don't do it, because that would be horrible. But that's the reason why it's never going to happen, because everybody on the left wants somebody else to do it, so it's never going to happen. So that makes me a little bit more relieved, but still, like, the mental illness of these people, it's so deep. It runs so deep in their brain. Like, I don't understand how people get this way. My gosh, just have some love and joy in your heart. Stop being so miserable all the time.
When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Again.
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer.
Celebrating the demise of another human being. This is bad karma for these people.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway, and in the driveway.
All right, it's a nice robot. These people.
Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right
It's disgusting.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Fact, abortions have killed 0 babies and 0 children in the history of ever.
What?
And every abortion performed in the history of ever is exactly nobody's damn business.
And that is an example of the alternate reality that these people live in. Jeez Louise. I wish we lived in a reality that there were no abortions and that all of those souls had a chance to live on this earth and have a beautiful life, or at least a chance for a beautiful life. It's sad. 43-year-old vet. Well, obviously something happened to you after your service. I mean, we do thank you for your service.
To ask the white Americans in the room to please repeat after me. On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country. To you and all African Americans, from the beginning of our nation's history, in honor of your ancestors and on behalf of your children, please hear this from my heart. I apologize. Please forgive us. With this prayer, I acknowledge the depth of the evils that have been perpetrated against Black people in America.
Why? Why on earth would anybody participate in something like that? They are a bunch of buffoons that are completely detached from our reality. Seriously, there is a real, live, rampant mental illness that is running through these people on the left in a horrible way. I need a detox. It's time for Dave's Detox. Nice. Oh my gosh, that looks like it'd feel really good. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good.
What are you doing?
Why? Oh yeah.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God.
What? Oh no! Wake up, buddy! Wow, that guy's out cold. Jeez. Now that is a happy dog right there. And I'm sure his fur is white. What the heck?
You show me your butt? What are you doing?
What's a butt rub?
What are you doing?
Very casual. What? Oh gosh, that's creepy. That's kind of creepy too. What? Squatting. Man, he really wants a drink. Nice. Some good water, I'm sure. All right, my friends, that wraps up another episode of The Dave Show. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around. Tell your friends about Idle Hands, about what we're doing here. Love to have you as part of the community. And until the next episode, stay safe. Know that you are loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.